What's the status of the counterclaim?
Unconditional.
Okay, can you explain the definition for both of your T's?
Okay, the public health T says that,
Which public health T?
the first one, the coercive one.
Just says that public health must be coercive?
Yes.
What does the second one say?
Second one says that it's, public health assistance must be just limited to treating diseases.
How do we know it's not one or the other? Why can you make the argument that it's both? Like, how can you read two definitions of the same word?
Well, it could be, like, why not can it be both? It can be coercive and just for, diseases.
So, like, basically, since you don't have one card saying both of these, but you have, like, two different authors from 3 different websites, like, the research burden for making 1AC would have to be that we go to every single website, find every single definition, and we have no stable definition, but rather multiple definitions. How is this fair, and how is your definition good at this point?
Wait, we're just saying that public health has to be coercive, and then it also just has to be treated for diseases.
That's what I'm saying. How are you going to win limits? How are you going to win predictability? Because if you're reading two different definitions and you don't have one stable definition, as in one stable author, like you have two different authors that are saying two random things, and then you're combining it. How is this predictable at all?
It's predictable because it should be. That's what we're saying. That's what the affirmative claim should be limited to.
Okay, yeah, you say that, but how are we supposed to predict this T? Because, like, you read one definition. Okay, can I see your public health? Your first interpretation comes from Rothstein, and it said all it talks about is coercion, and it says the key element is just about the role of the government. Then your Schlossberg evidence indicates that it's limited to treatment and testing for diseases. Like, if we have to look at every single definition and like.
Is anybody timing this? Yes.
At the end of this round, if the judge votes T, that means that this definition stands for public health, right? So how do we know, like, these are the only two? Because, like, shouldn't we have to limit topicality to one definition? Why do we have two different interpretations of the same word coming from the same team?
Okay, we're allowed to, debate two T's. I mean, that's not the issue here.
Yeah, that's not the issue. The issue is that you read the same exact word in two different ways, which means that there's no, like, how do you know our interpretation is wrong?
The two definitions don't contradict themselves. They can still go together.
But that's not my argument. My argument's why. How do we know which one we're supposed to follow? Because, like, they're both kind of.
You can follow either without contradicting yourself.
Okay, how does Canada solve better than the U.S.?
Okay, there's a lot of cards saying Canada's already in. Canada's been voted many times to be the.
Can Canada overturn the gag rule?
Well, it's saying that Canada is better for. It doesn't specify to the gag rule. It just says that.
So you can't create a global framework for action because Canada can't signal an increase in funding that'll overturn the gag rule.
It doesn't specify gag. It doesn't.
That's time.